get this mic, and it always drops one notch after I tighten it up.
So put it up an extra notch and let it drop down to the notch you want it to be on.
If only it worked that well.
Logic.
Logic. I mean, you're pretty smart.
I am. I've been called a fart smeller. I mean, a smart feller a couple times.
Once or twice in your life?
Yes, once or twice.
Yeah. I mean, that's almost like that Guess My Fart game.
Huh?
You haven't heard about that?
Guess my fart? No.
Guess My Fart. Yeah. Guess My Fart. So when you're ready to actually fart, whoever's next to you, you're like, guess my fart. And they have to make the sound that they think your fart's going to sound like.
So you're like, okay, I got a fart brewing and I'm going to start this now?
Yes. Like I got a fart brewing and you're like, hey, guess my fart. And then they have to go, and then you fart. And if it goes and it matches, then you win.
When what?
I have nothing. It's just fun.
Okay.
Because most people are like, I don't know what your fart's going to sound like.
That is such a weird game. And my follow-up question to that is like, why haven't we played it? Why haven't we played it?
Why haven't we played this game? I don't know.
That's my question. Why haven't we not played this game?
Yeah,
because I've definitely heard you think about farting a couple times. I've never actually heard you fart. And it's like me and my grandpa we have the same saying. I don't lie and I don't fart.
Right.
Yeah. So exactly. We could never really play that game.
You couldn't play that. Yeah. You'd never play that game.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, I only fart in my sleep. So I guess, if you're going to sleep next to me, you could just wake me up and be like, hey, man, I guessed your fart. And then I can go back to sleep.
And then I could just say I was right.
Right. Yeah, I was right. Yeah.
You definitely have the most interesting sleep
patterns?
No,
habits?
Just habits. There you go.
Habits.
Yes. Every time we've stayed in a room together, like in the hotels and stuff.
Yeah.
And even you in your room here.
Yeah.
You talk a lot of shit.
I've never heard it. I've never heard a thing.
You what?
I've never heard anything.
What do you mean?
I've never heard any conversations going on in my room while I'm sleeping.
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, full-blown conversations.
Full-blown conversations with myself?
Yeah, with nobody, actually. You're like a crazy person.
Actually,
you're like those people that are... Yeah, I saw that.
You see that ghost?
Yeah, that was weird.
I told you.
I was going to say, you're like those people that are like walking down the streets in like San Francisco or like big cities just screaming at themselves.
Right.
Like that's how you are when you sleep. Like you're just flailing your arms around and just like yelling at nobody, really.
He's on flocka. He needs milk.
You're like, I think in order to go to sleep every night, I think you probably take bath salts.
I jumped on his back and then I sliced both sides down and then I took the bolt cutters and snapped his neck. Because I thought when the guy was like,
that is so gnarly.
I thought when the guy was like, hey, do you want to shoot him or do you want to stab him? And I was like, no, I'm definitely going to stab him. Like, I want the thrill of the kill, bro. I want the thrill of the kill. And if I'm going to take this meat home and eat it, dude, I would. And so he's like, all right, man, here's what you do. And I stabbed it and then I slid it down. I was like, all right, it's over. And he's like, no, now you got to do the other side. And I was like, and I did the other side. And I was like, okay. And he's like, no, now you're not done. Now you got to get the bolt cutters out. And I was like, oh, yeah.
You didn't think maybe I should watch this one time first to see how it's done?
No, I just jumped. No, my brothers and my stepdad are super like into hunting and catching their own food and meat and cooking everything up and filling the freezer for the winter.
Sure.
Doing all that kind of stuff. And so they're like, hey, you guys want to go on a hunting trip? And my mom's like, I'll pay for it. And we'll do, so it was a gator and a wild boar.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so I was like, yeah.
And these are small.
What's that?
Gators. From the photo I remember seeing, I don't remember them being like full size. Like,
yeah, no, mine was the smallest gator, and it was I don't know, just over 6 feet. And then I think my brother's was closer to 8.5. So I mean, it was a big gator.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look, I think I showed you a picture, but if you look at his gator compared to mine, like,
so are you really even hunting them?
That's the tricky part that I was like misrepresented on. We're not really doing a gator hunt. We went to a gator farm. Yes, they have 3 different ponds on, like a 50-acre, plot of land, but
it's not really hunting. You're just
you're going to a pond where you know that there's gators because they've stocked the ponds.
It's like going to Walmart and sticking your hand in the fish tank and saying I went fishing.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. So you're very misrepresented. And the wild boar was kind of the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, so they had it in a fenced-in area, and you would ride around with the truck, whatever truck that they had. And
So it's poaching.
yes. And then you would shoot the boar. Or you could stab the boar.
In the back of the head with bolt cutters. And sorry, I wasn't listening. How was that?
Like,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah,
I do think I've heard
I
that.
opted to shoot him at that point. Like after I did the gator and I was all worn out of my masculinity, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna shoot this one.
Yeah. The caveman in me has worn out.
Yeah, the caveman in me was done.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm over this.
I've always been so like in the middle of all that.
Yeah.
Like I get it, but I also don't get it. You know what I mean? Like I get it, but I don't.
Yes. Yeah, I'm 100% not okay with killing for sport.
Sure.
Just fun. But if you're killing and you're eating the meat and you're
That's
eating
different.
the food,
Yeah.
it's survival of the fittest. I mean,
But like the trophy hunting,
no,
like
trophy
that
hunting,
shit.
no, getting all that is just not for me.
Yeah,
I got no interest in that whatsoever.
Just killing to kill.
Yeah, I don't kill to kill. I only take it if I'm going to eat it.
Right.
It's the same thing. When we go fishing, I take all the meat and we eat the fish.
Things that don't run on batteries. They just need to be like, they just need to exist on power. They just need to have power.
So how are you going to drive a Tesla?
They just need to have power.
They just need power.
Yeah, they just need power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only drive it daytime.
Like air powered.
Air powered.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why haven't we done that yet? Harness the power of air. Put like one of those big wheels.
Oh.
Like I mean, not a wheel,
Put a
but
hamster in there?
yes, dude. Like just have a bunch of hamsters in your car.
Right.
You'd save on gas.
Put hamsters in each wheel,
bro,
and they could just all four turn at the same time.
Who cares about inflation? Right? I mean, the price of hamsters is going to go up, but just have an engine compartment full of wheels, and then just put a shit ton of hamsters and that shreddy little shit at the bottom that they poop on, a little tray that every day you can take out and put all the hamster poop out, and then you can recycle that hamster poop into reusable energy. Put that tray back in, put your hamsters back in, feed them and water them every day. Still cheaper than getting gas.
This is true.
I'm just saying.
Well,
no more of this horsepower horse shit. It's hamster power.
You could literally just drive your car into the garage and it would just lift it up so they could keep spinning the wheels even when they're bored.
Exactly. And you're just charging.
Just charging all day long.
That's right.
Yeah, you're on it. Are you going to get them all to go row, row, row?
What are they rowing? They're on wheels.
Have you seen that commercial?
No.
What? They taught the hamsters to all row? Yeah. No, you have to watch it.
Like a little Viking.
Old school, yeah.
Hamster?
It's like old school, and they taught all the hamsters to row, row. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
All I'm saying is call me Elon.
Elon, yeah. He's on to something, Elon.
Yeah, you were thinking, fucking electric cars.
Can't reinvent the
wheel. Nobody ever thought about hamster cars.
Right?
Yeah. Jesus.
Wow.
Some people, I tell you.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a waste of energy.
I'm surprised that you haven't already patented that.
It's one of those things that it's in my head. It's been in my head for so many minutes now.
So many seconds of the day
Yeah.
have been wasted on my thoughts of this hamster wheel car.
Starting from about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that if you don't patent it before this episode goes out, you're going to be shit out of luck.
Listen, if you patent and succeed in making a successful hamster car, you can have it. Good for you.
Right?
Just kick me 20%.
20%.
I don't think that's asking much. You know what? I'll take 18.
He just wants one wheel with one hamster.
Yeah, just give me one of your hamster cars. Actually, no, I don't even want one of these cars. I don't want to be responsible for a bunch of hamsters. Dude, no. You got to go out there and feed your car every day? No, I'm good.
No, we're not doing that.
No. Terrible idea.
Yeah. Right. So yeah,
I think California is always number one. So it's funny because on Facebook there's this meme that says I'm from California, and it's whatever, and then people post their photos. They're like, I'm from California, and it's ravines and beautiful mountains and all this stuff. And then I was like, I'm from California, and I just put a picture of cows with burning buildings in the background. I was like, that's the most accurate description of California I've probably ever seen.
True story.
So.
True story. I've driven through a couple of those.
Cows?
Yeah. Those two. Yes. When I was
roundabouts.
When I was riding my gator, I drove through the cow pasture.
That's what I could see. I could see a picture of Vance riding on a gator through a field of cows.
Yeah. Yeah. Most people have a field of dreams.
Yeah.
I have a field of cows.
Field of cows. I mean, that's California, man. California is just a field of cows.
Yeah.
Buildings, field of clouds.
Who was that outside your window?
I don't know. Did you hear that?
They can't be right outside because they'd be stepping in dog shit.
Oh, hopefully not. My gardener's supposed to be cleaning that up.
Oops.
Well, I think that's about our time for today, man.
Falling down on the job this week.
Yeah, Jesus. Fired?
Fired?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's it. So you're taking off.
Oh yeah.
Sorry that there hasn't been a podcast. We've been extremely busy.
Extremely busy.
We're trying to get it. It's been just very busy these last couple of weeks. I mean, just like everything.
But we're almost done. Like construction zone is almost done here in the house.
Yeah, little projects here and there probably, but like the big ones are done.
Yeah.
So. And for now, until we find something else.
For now. I mean, until you're like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no, I don't like all these floors. Put them up. Put new floors in.
Yeah, rip up all these floors. I want something
Rip 'em
different.
all up.
Yeah.
I want them up.
I'm changing the colors in here.
I'm repainting for the 5th time.
Right? No.
It's not the right shade of gray.
No. It's the perfect shade of gray.
Yeah, it better be the perfect shade. I mean, after the 3rd time I painted it.
If I had disposable money to not care about that kind of stuff, I would have somebody come in here and flatten these walls out. Like you did in here. So much better.
I did flatten them out.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty close to flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an excellent job.
Yeah.
Sanded it down, everything.
Yeah. I mean, I think if I was here a little bit longer, instead of doing it when I wasn't here, I might have been able to do a superb, like level 5. I think they grade those. Grade 5. Maybe it's a grade 5. I think there's different grades. When you talk about drywall, there's different graded drywallers. I don't know that, but I do know that there's different grades to how quality your work is.
I'll give you a B. Because I'm a professional drywall assessor.
Okay.
By trade.
Okay, yeah. Grade B?
Grade B, yeah.
All right.
I think the only thing that would have given you an A is if you did the whole house. Because I didn't realize that I don't like textured walls until you did this. And now I'm like, why do we have textured walls?
Why does anybody do textured walls? I don't know.
Yeah, I like this one so much better.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the episode, guys.
Yeah.
We're running out of time. This thing's about to turn off on us. So
you're going to lose out.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys on the next one, which will probably be next week.
Yeah, next week. 1 week from today.
Don't promise that.
All right. And then
that comes down on me. That's a lot of pressure for me.
A lot of pressure?
Yeah, I got to film, got to edit. Can I get that done in 1 week from today? I don't know. Especially with you being...
There's a lot of pressure behind you.
Huh? Make sure you guys get on the...
Facebook, Patreon,
there you go. All right. Make sure you guys get on the...
Patreon.
For...
more content, videos, and streaming from us. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe.
Yep.
And notification bell so that you get notified when we have our next episode.
There we go. Yeah, get on that Patreon if you guys want more podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Discord. We got so much stuff on the Patreon.
So much content.
So much stuff on the Patreon for those of you guys who support and help us keep doing this. Remember, if you guys like this stuff, be on that Patreon because the more of you guys that are on the Patreon, the more we get to do this stuff. Yeah. So get out there, subscribe. It's only $5.
That's it. Simple donation.
Yeah. So, and there's a lot that you get for it. So, yeah, go click it. Click the link down below. It says Patreon. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Thank you. Peace. Hashtag sorry Mike,
Randy. Sorry, Mike, and Randy.
Randy Dorf.